What's up, guys and girls? What's going on, everybody? How are you all doing this evening? What's up, my TTG fam? How you guys all doing today? Everybody have an okay day today? Guys, I got to tell you something. I'm exhausted. Like, these last 2 trading days have been exhausting. Like, mentally exhausting, okay? We had the huge day yesterday, the GLSI trade. Gene, I mean, yesterday was just an exhausting day, but today, man, did I have to work for it today. Guys, today, I finished the day very strong. It actually turned out to be a pretty decent day for me today, but I started the day red, was able to come back, though, in the afternoon with a home run. And that home run not only brought me back to break even, but pushed me well into the green, where I'm actually able to walk away with what was a pretty nice day. Nowhere near the day that we had yesterday, but listen, yesterday type of days, you don't go into trading looking for days like yesterday. They just kind of come to you, and it's important for you guys to, to focus on hitting singles and doubles. The home runs will come. You don't go looking for the home runs. Okay. You don't go looking for the home runs. Okay. The home runs will come to you. Okay. So I started the day, like I said, I started the day red. But the lesson that we're going to go over here today is really about how to keep losses small, because if you're able to keep your losses small, okay, like I said, these winning trades will then take care of themselves. You guys, so many traders have situations where one really bad losing trade will wipe out several winning trades. Okay. It has to be the opposite. It has to be where one really good winning trade wipes out a bunch of losing trades. Okay. Because I made a couple of trades this morning. One was a small tier 1 starter position. So that was a really small loss to start the day. My second trade, I got to my first take profit. I sold 25% of my position for a nice profit. We got to my second take profit, and I missed by 2 cents. The high of the day was $5.40. I threw an offer out at $5.42. Never got filled. Stock pulled all the way back in, ended up getting stopped out in the rest of that position. Would have been a much different trade had I got filled by the 2 cents. But nonetheless, still ended up being a losing trade. But a smaller loss because I'd already taken profit on some of my position, and then I got stopped out on just the rest of the position, not full size. And then I had one true loss on regular size. Then I had a monster home run on SLS, and that was able to wipe out all of my losses in the morning and then push me into the green. And that's how trading should be. All right. But too many traders, it's the opposite. I know there's probably many of you on here that know exactly what I'm talking about, where you have one bad loss and it just wipes out a bunch of winning trades. You got to have it to where it's the opposite, where one good trade can wipe out a couple of losing trades. And that's exactly what happened to me here today. And we are going to be talking about not only the trade recaps on all of my trades. I'm going to go over with you guys all my losing trades, and I'm going to go over the home run. Okay. I'm going to go over those trades with you here today. And we're going to talk about that because, listen, losing trades happen. Okay. We had a huge day yesterday. And I actually kind of prefaced the day. If you guys want on my live stream yesterday, I said to you guys yesterday on the live stream that I'm like, guys, listen, if you had a big day yesterday, do not come into the day today and give everything back, because too many traders will have a tendency to have like their best day ever, and then they have their worst day right after that, because when they come in after having that best day, they come in very aggressive. They push, and they can get themselves into a little bit of trouble that way. So it was important. I prefaced kind of the day today with telling everybody, if you guys had banner days yesterday, which many of my TGD members had, we had a lot of people that had their best days ever. And I said, guys, listen, just make sure you come into the day today a little relaxed and a little, kind of like, okay, like yesterday was big day, but just kind of like start over, start fresh. It's a brand new day. And right away, we kind of start the day with a couple of losing trades. I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not like a trading wizard or a trading god. This is just experience and skill that I've developed over a period of time. And I have losing trades too. And I started the day with losing trades, and I went red, and losing trades happen. But you have to be able to understand how to minimize those losses and control those losses as best as you can, because that's the single most important aspect of trading. You guys have heard me say before on my live streams that the best quote that I think I've ever been told, and that was by my mentor, was that successful traders care more about how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are obsessed with how much they're going to make if they're right. And today's a perfect example of that. I had a couple of small losses. I had one true loss. One true loss to me means I took a loss. I got stopped out on my full position. That's a true loss. Okay. The other trades that I had were small losses. And by keeping those losses under control, I'm able to take it all back with just one winning trade, just one trade today. It was a home run. It was SLS, major short squeeze. It was a home run. But I'm able to make it all back. I was able to make it all back in one trade. And, we have trade alerts, and those alerts do pretty well, but my goal is to really educate you and to help you guys be able to do this on your own. It's like, because what happens is, like, you'll have some people that they'll follow maybe one trade, or they'll follow me on like one or two trades in the morning. Turns out to be a loss. They don't manage the risk on the downside, and then they don't follow me on the next trade. And that's the one where I get this massive monster trade, and it brings me back into the green. And that person is bummed out and is down on themselves. And I'm like, you guys have to understand that losing trades happen. That's inevitable. There's no way around that. I make losing trades too, as I did today. I started the day red. But we're going to talk about on this live stream on how to keep those losses small. What are some things that I do specifically in my trading to help me minimize those losses? Okay. And then when I catch the home run, it brings me right back into the green. Okay. If you guys are going to join True Trading Group and then just come into the group and just shadow me or one of the other moderators, you guys are doing it wrong. That's not the way that you're going to become the best trader that you can. Becoming a consistently profitable trader, you will always do better. You will have more success than if you are able to learn, understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, and be able to then identify trade opportunities on your own. Of course, listen, you guys can follow me all you want. I mean, a lot of people follow me in and out of my trades. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in order to get the most out of your membership in True Trading Group, in order to become the best trader that you possibly can, you have to learn. You want to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You want to be able to say, okay, Mike's getting into this trade. I actually like this trade too. I'm going to follow him. Or say, you know what, Mike's getting into this trade, but I'm looking at this. This looks better. Or I like this setup better. Or maybe I like the speed of this stock. Maybe this trade, the trade that Mike's about to make is a little bit too volatile for me. I'm going to go with this stock. Like, being able to trade on your own and identify your own setups, that is how you will become the most successful trader that you can. Okay. That's why we're not just a chat and offer all of the tools that we do. That's why we offer all of the trade simulator, the screener, the scanner, the stock profile tool. It's all that stuff. That's why we offer all of those things. Because it's not just about the trade alerts in chat. I always say, like, 80% of our members are killing it. 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee in the first 6 months of their membership. But 20% of our members are still struggling, and 20% of our members are still trying to find their way. And that's why actually on December 16th, we are going to be hosting a red to green workshop. And it's like the perfect time to talk about it, because today I went from red to green. Now, I went red to green just on the day, but the red to green workshop is on December 16th. It's for full-time teaching members only. And that is going to be where we help traders that are still struggling and kind of help answer their questions, go over specific lessons that they maybe are struggling with, or things that they don't understand. And that's all part of what we do for our TTD fam. Leave no trader behind. We do that every couple of weeks. We do a red to green workshop. So I figure it's perfect time for me to kind of remind you guys about that red to green workshop that's going to be on December 16th. Okay. So, I know that was kind of a long intro, but we're gonna have a nice live stream here today, guys, because whenever I get a chance to kind of talk to you guys about, I feel like sometimes some of your some of the best lessons that I think you guys take away from me and my channel is on some of my losing trades. I feel like sometimes you guys can learn a lot more, especially maybe mentally, from my losing trades. And that's why, like, when I do these live streams, listen, when I have good days, I have bad days. I'll always share with you guys everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You guys get all of it. You guys get my good, my bad, and my ugly. Today finished good, but it started off bad, and we're going to talk about it. All right, we're going to talk about how to keep those losses small, but then also some of the mental capacity to be able to kind of turn things around. There's also an excellent lesson today about stop loss placement. Excellent lesson on stop loss placement and proper position sizing. Okay, so we have a lot to uncover here today on this live stream. How to keep losing trades small. A mental lesson on going red to green and having the patience and discipline to do so. And then a lesson on stop loss placement and proper position sizing. Okay, all of these lessons contributed to me going red to green on the day. I have SLS to thank for it. Congratulations, everyone that capitalized on that SLS. All right, congratulations, guys. All right, so we are going to start off the live stream same way that we start off every live stream. Welcome. If you are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on your notifications. Make sure that you guys have smashed that like button if you haven't done so already. For those of you that do not know, my name is Michael Edward. I'm the head trader at True Trading Group. Began my trading career working at a hedge fund. Received a educational, really 3 months educational program there before I was able to touch $1 of their money. And that education is what allowed me to become the trader that I am today. That's the same education that I pass on to my TeachD members. So you guys want to make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, smash that like button before we get things started. And while I give some time for people to log on, we'll spend just a couple of minutes here, guys, and we are going to do a live Q&A. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Welcome, everyone that is here on all of my different social media channels. So, guys, go ahead. Fire away. Ask me questions. I am here for you. All right, Mike, would you say after so many years experience at trading, you still improved or have you peaked? Oh God, no, Ishmael, no, you're never going to be done. Okay. You're never going to be done, Ishmael. It is, you'll get to points in your career where you've maybe plateaued, but not peaked. You always want to keep pushing yourself to get better. You always want to keep pushing yourself to get bigger and get better and to make more money. There is one of the beauties about trading is that there really truly is no cap. There's no cap. If you made 100 grand this year, you can make 200 next year. You can make 500. You can make $1 million. You can make 2 million. You can make 5 million. I mean, your potential is unlimited. Okay, the potential is unlimited. So, I've definitely gone through stages of my career where I would be like kind of improving to getting to a next level, and then I'll kind of like plateau a little bit, and I'll kind of plateau for a little while, and then I'll kind of break out to a new level, and then I'll plateau, and then I'll break out to a new level, and that's just kind of how you want to keep pushing yourself along the way throughout your trading career. You never want to just sit back and be content. So, hope that helps. I'll take my next question. All right, can you explain stock offerings in detail? Sure, Dinks 4000. A stock offering is a way for a company to raise money. Okay, so the way stock offerings work is that a company will come out and say, man, that they are going to raise X amount of dollars by selling X amount of shares at a specific price. Now, typically, you need to entice investors to invest that large chunk of stock into your company by giving them a discount to the current market rate. Otherwise, why would they give you the money? They can just go into the open market and buy the shares themselves. So let's say if you have a stock that's trading at $50. If the stock's trading at $50, actually, well, I'll use a small cap as an example because I'm assuming that you're probably asking me regarding small caps, or maybe you saw NIO just did a stock offering, Tesla just did a stock offering. So that's a large cap and a mid cap. And then we'll talk about small caps also as well. It's all the same. It's just about the risk. So as a company, they'll come out and say, okay, we need to raise $10 million. Okay. Usually what a company will do is after their stock experiences a big run higher and a big increase in share price, if the company does need capital, they'll take advantage of that increase in share price to raise money. And they'll say, okay, well, we're going to raise $10 million. But in order to entice investors to give them that money, they have to give them at a discount to the current market. So let's say a stock's trading at $10. Okay. You're not going to give an investor $10 million worth of stock at $10 because that investor can just go into the open market and just buy the stock in the open market at $10. Okay. You want to entice them to come in and give you that money. So the company will say, we're going to give $10 million of stock out at $8 a share. Okay. And now that's going to entice an investor to give them that $10 million because the stock is currently trading at 10. They're buying it at 8. It automatically gives them a nice profit on their position. Now, usually those people will be restricted. They can't just sell that stock right away, or there'll be certain limitations and restrictions to the way in which they could sell those shares. But that's how stock offerings work. Okay. And then you'll have bankers, you'll have funds that will come in and they'll take down chunks of the offering. So let's say if you're going to offer out, if they're going to offer out, let's say if they did $10 million, okay, they're going to offer, let's say they offer out 1 million shares. You'll have individual investors, bankers, funds will come in and say, I'll take 200,000 shares. I'll take 100,000. I'll take 300,000 shares. I'll take 50,000 shares. I'll take 75,000 shares. And then those investors come in and they buy the shares directly from the company, and the company gets the cash for those shares. Now that cash gives the company now working capital. It allows them to invest in R&D, allows them to make an acquisition, allows them to pay overhead, allows them to invest in infrastructure, whatever it is that the company needs to do. Okay, and that's how stock offerings work. Typically, the closer to the market price the offering is conducted, the more bullish it is. The deeper discount, the more bearish it is. Because when you have stocks like that are small caps, you're going to see bigger discount on the small caps because they're higher risk for the investor. Okay. When Tesla does an offering, Tesla does not need to give a 20% discount to the market price because it's Tesla. It's a lot less risky of an investment for investors. There's a lot more demand to invest in Tesla than there is demand to invest in, let's say, a $5 small cap biotech that just had a piece of news that just ran higher because of that news. But other than that, they're very tight on cash, and it's seen as a very high risk investment. So in order to entice investors to come in and buy shares, you have to offer them a discount to the market that reduces the risk on that investment. So the closer to the market price the offering is conducted, the more bullish it is, the less dilutive it is, and the less drop in share price you will see. Usually when a company does an offering, the stock drops to around that price because that's the company basically saying that, hey, this is what we think our stock is worth if they're going to sell shares at that price. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Next question. Just Catch My Vibe says, what was some things and mistakes you struggled with when you first started trading? Hands down, my risk management. My risk management was terrible when I was a young trader. All of my problems as a young trader stemmed from psychological issues that I had. When I was a young trader, I never had problems with big wins. I always had big wins, but I also had big losses. And one of the problems that I went through was arrogance. When I was young, I was a very arrogant trader. You guys have to understand, I was in my early 20s working at a hedge fund on Wall Street, making more money than all my friends, and I was like, I felt like I was like king of the world. I was excelling at the fund. I quickly went from just, junior floor trader to junior portfolio manager. And I received the Trader of the Year award. I quickly started to really make a name for myself with some pretty just outstanding trading performance early in my career. And That early success actually caused me to become arrogant as a trader, and I would refuse to admit that I was wrong sometimes. And even when everything was telling me that I was wrong, even though everything was telling me like, hey, it's time for me to get out of this position, I wouldn't. I would hold it. I would average down. I would buy more because like I thought that like I was right. Like I knew more than the market, right? Stupid. But that's what got to me, and that was a fault of my own. And I had a lot of really big losing trades early in my career. My risk management was terrible. But once I got my risk management under control and I just stopped having such huge losses, my P&L skyrocketed. My wins didn't get any different. My wins didn't change. I didn't get bigger position size or anything like that. My P&L skyrocketed though. And it's only because I just changed my risk management with my losses. My losses got a lot smaller. I stopped taking all those huge hits, and my monthly P&L jumped because of that. Too many traders think that in order for them to make more money, they've got to have bigger winners or they have to get bigger position size. That is the exact opposite of how you will make more money as a trader. Okay, I promise you, by increasing your position size, you're not guaranteed to make more money. You are guaranteed to lose more money though when you're wrong. All right. Usually the best way for traders to increase their P&L is by reducing the size of their losses first, because almost every struggling trader can reduce their losses before you even think about extending your wins. Okay. All right. Next one. Rob, Mike, I owe you $8,240 since you guaranteed my subscription yesterday. On my first day, I profited $9,660 on my first day. Do you take PayPal, Rob? That is incredible, my man. That is incredible. Listen, you owe me nothing. I was like, when I started reading your question, I was like, wait, what? You owe me nothing, my man. And stress yesterday was not normal. The action yesterday was not normal. And more important than the money, though, the more important than the money you made is how you're able to hold on to it now, right? Like how you're able to hold on to that money now, because a lot of people can make a lot of money trading, but you've got to be able to hold on to it. You got to be able to build on top of it. You got to be able to continuously increase your account, keep building on top of those profits. But Rob, great job, man. Great job. You don't owe me anything, bro. You owe me nothing, man. Congratulations. Yo, my boy, Dave Padilla, what's up, my man? It says, Mike, do the same setups work after hours? I saw a TT triangle and the stock exploded. Also, do you have hotkeys for after hours limit order hotkey? Yes, yes, and yes. So after hours limit order, okay? After hours limit order, but just limit. You can just put a limit order. Like, let's say if the ask is $18. Just put a limit order like 18.25. You'll just get filled at 18 if the ask is at 18. And yes, the same setups do apply after hours. The only difference in after hours, guys, is that you have volume is lighter. You have less liquidity. There's less volume. The market's a lot thinner. That's the only difference. There's a fraction of the market participants after hours. That's it. That's the only difference. But yeah, the setups still apply. Mr. Rabato, how do you keep yourself from falling in love with a trade? Ooh, good question. Really good question. How do I keep myself from falling in love with a trade? By just reminding myself that they're just letters and numbers on a screen, and there's thousands more just like it. There's like, by always reminding yourself that no matter what happens today, there's always tomorrow. No matter what a stock does today, there's always going to be another one that's going to do the same thing. No matter how high a stock goes or how far a stock falls, there will always be another stock that will do the same thing. No matter how much money you could have made or could have lost, there will always be another trade where you can do the exact same thing. No matter how good or bad your day is today, the market's always open tomorrow. It's the only job I can think of where you have endless opportunities at redemption. If you strike out with the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs in the World Series with your team down by 1, that's it. The season's over. You don't get a shot at redemption tomorrow. You know, you drop the game-winning touchdown pass in the end zone as time expires. That's it. Game's over. You lost the Super Bowl. You don't get a shot at redemption. You screw up, have a really bad day at work, you can get fired. You don't get a shot at redemption. With the markets, no matter how bad or how good your day is, you always get a shot at redemption tomorrow. And that's why it's so important. That kind of ties into the lessons that we're talking about today with keeping your losses small and keeping yourself in the game. So to help yourself stop yourself from falling in love with a trade, I think just maintaining that mentality to make you feel that they're just numbers and letters on a screen, and there's always going to be another one. There's always going to be another one. Nice, Stephen Capone. Nice job, man. $5,700 today on SLS. Hell yeah, great job, man. That's a nice day. Great job, Stephen. Danny L. What do you look for to decide whether to get in a trade on a double bottom gap up versus waiting for a trade line VO across? That's a good question. The significance of the double bottom gap up level is the answer. Okay. So when you have a double bottom gap up, like what I will typically look for, if I'm going to enter a double bottom gap up before the trade line VO across occurs, Danny, I'll usually go tier 1 first, which is exactly what I did today on IMMP. IMMP was my first trade of the day. It was a losing trade. I bought tier 1, which is just 25% of my desired size. So tier 1, when I enter a tier 1 position, let's say if I want to buy 10,000 shares of a stock, that's going to be my regular size. Okay. Tier 1 would be 2,500. If you were going to buy 1,000 shares, your tier 1's 250. Okay. So usually what I'll do, Danny, is like if I'm entering a double bottom gap up before the crossover, I'll probably do a tier 1 and I'll add tier 2 once I get the crossover. Okay. But if I am going to go after it full size, it usually will depend on the significance of the level that we're getting the double bottom gap up on. For example, just an intraday level is not going to be as significant as an intraday level that is also a level on a longer time frame chart. Let's say $8 was previous resistance on the daily chart. The stock has tried to get over $8 4 times in the last 2 years, was unable to do so, got rejected all 4 times, and then we gapped above $8 today. We gap above $8. We push off the open. Let's say the low of the day is like 805, and then we push off the open to 875, 9, and then we slowly pull ourselves back down to 8. Volume is going to have a big indicator on this, Danny, on whether I pull the trigger or not, because when you have a double bottom gap up, you want to see increasing volume right off the gap. So when the stock opens and pushes higher, you want to see increasing volume on that push. And then you want to see decreasing volume as the stock pulls back in to test that low. And then that low is the double bottom, okay, from the gap up. But if that level is not just, let's say, the 38.2 fib level and my trade line, but it's also 38.2 fib level, trade line, and let's say that $8 resistance on the daily, that's a situation where I might anticipate that crossover and I might go after that, because that's a really significant level if I'm getting support signals on the intraday that also coincide with support on a longer time frame chart, like let's say a daily. And that's going to tell me this is the place where I've got to get long, and I'll go after, I'll take a shot at it. So to answer your question, I'll either do tier 1 first and then tier 2 on the cross, or if it is a significant level where the double bottom gap up is, then I'll go full size. All right. I hope that answers your question, Danny. Next question. Do you mostly do day trading? I cannot do it because I cannot do it because I assume you say you don't have 25K in your account. Is the membership worth it? Absolutely, the membership is worth it. No, we day trade and swing trade. Guys, all of you, all of my TGD family members, real quick, every single one of my TGD family members that are on this live stream, if you have less than $25,000 in your account, type the letter I. Let Kagomi523 know that a subscription to Trading Group is absolutely worth it, even if they have less than $25,000 in their account. Kagami, pay attention to all of the letters, the letter I's that are coming through in chat right now. Those are all TTG members that currently have less than $25,000 in their account, and they're telling you that it is absolutely worth the membership. We day trade. We also do swing trade. All right, next question. All right. Kareem says, is it harder to sell in 50s? So I buy 250 tier one now. I need to take profits. Is it easy to fill 125 rather than buy, say, 400 and take profit in hundreds? No, Kareem, it won't matter. That's that's you're not going to have a harder time filling 125 shares versus 50 shares or 50 shares versus 125 shares. It's not that one of them is harder or easier than the other. You just want to have your tiers are set based on your risk and your position size. So everyone has their own risk tolerance. Like you might only be comfortable risking $100 per trade. I'll risk maybe 5 to 7 grand a trade. Somebody else might risk 10. Somebody else might risk 1,000. Somebody else might risk 200. Everybody has their own risk tolerance per trade. Your full position size is going to be based on that risk tolerance. Okay, so if you buy a stock at, let's say, $5 and your stop loss is 450, whatever your risk tolerance is, let's say your risk tolerance is $100. All right, just for easy math, your position size would be 200 shares. If you buy at 5 and your stop loss is 450, that's 50 cents a share. If your risk tolerance is $100, you'd buy 200 shares in that example. Okay, so if you have 200 shares and now you're going to sell in 25%, 50%, 25% increments, okay, that is how you would take 25% of your 200 shares, you would drop it. Okay, so you would sell 50 shares, then you would sell 100 shares, and then you would sell 50 shares. But you might have a different trade example where maybe you're buying 1,000 shares. Maybe you're buying 1,000 shares and your stop loss is only 10 cents away. So let's say you buy a stock at $2 and your stop loss is $1.90. If you're buying a stock at $2 and your stop loss is $1.90, then you're going to buy 1,000 shares, because if you get stopped out at $1.90, you're going to be losing $100 if it's 10 cents a share on 1,000 shares. Now, in that situation, when you're taking profit, you're going to sell 250, then 500, then 250. So your risk stays the same on every single trade, but your position size and your shares totally changes every single trade. All right. I hope that answers your question. Rhonda, my girl, what's up, Rhonda? How are you? How long did it take you to decide to leave the workforce and work for it yourself? Well, Rhonda, I didn't have the luxury of really making that decision for myself, because my hedge fund went out of business in 2009. And if it were not for the skill set that I had acquired, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done. Okay. So having that skill set allowed me to continue to trade for myself, which then allowed me to then venture off and get involved in other businesses and other startups and invest in other different things, while maintaining this skill set that I had of trading that I was able to acquire from working at a hedge fund. Okay. So my scenario was a little bit different in the sense that I didn't have the luxury of say, hey, listen, boss, I quit. What I usually recommend to people that are at that point in their trading careers where they're making enough money now trading consistently where they want to quit their jobs, I would say to at least make sure that you're profitable enough. No minimum than a year. No minimum than a year. I'd rather see you do it for like 2 years, to be honest with you, Ron. And let me tell you why. The reason why I tell people to be consistently profitable for 1 to 2 years before you think about quitting your job is because you want to make sure that you can be consistently profitable in multiple market environments or various market environments. So you want to make sure you can be profitable in a bull market, in a bear market, when small caps are hot, when small caps are cold, when large caps are hot, when large caps are cold. Like, you want to make sure that you can make money regardless of what's going on in the markets, because you don't want to quit your job and then all of a sudden you get this massive shift in the market and all of a sudden you can't make money anymore. Okay. The worst thing that can happen to a trader is to quit their job to trade full time and then have to go back and get a job. That's one of the worst things that can happen as a trader. So when you say like, how long does it take? I would say, whenever you reach your point of consistent profitability where you feel comfortable enough with the consistency and the money that you're making, do that for at least a year before you think about quitting your job. Marco says, I made $350 on SLS today, Mike. May not seem like a lot, but no, that is a lot, Marco. Do the math, brother. Do the math. $350 a day keeps the job away. That's for sure. Way to go, Marco. Great job, man. Great job. Let's go says, is there a risk amount you recommend, like 1 to 2% of your total account new to trading? No. Okay, so you've probably heard that a lot when people ask about, well, how much should I be risking? Should I risk 1 to 2% of my account? You hear that get thrown around a lot. Now, that's a good gauge, right? It's a good gauge, but it's not something that you should do that's set in stone. Forget about the amount in your account. What is the amount you're comfortable risking per trade? Ask yourself that question, because I know traders that have 30 grand in their account, but they don't risk anywhere near 2%. They don't risk $600 per trade. They're not comfortable risking $600 per trade. They'll risk maybe $200 per trade because that's their comfort level, right? I know traders that have 30 grand in their account, but just because they don't want to be under PDT rule, but they trade as if they've got 5 grand in there. Don't set your risk tolerance based on your total account size. Set your risk tolerance based on what is the dollar amount that you're comfortable risking per trade. What's that number? Okay. Go off of that, because there are some people that 1 or 2% of their account balance is a number that they may not be comfortable with risking per trade. All right. Next question. Do you use the same stop loss on all trades? I mean, do you use the same percent on all? Oh, Ali, no. All right. Get your notebooks out. Boys and girls, get your notebooks out. Your stop loss is not based on a percentage. Okay. You do not set your stop loss based on a random arbitrary percentage. Okay. Most traders don't know this because most people don't talk about it, because most people don't know how to actually control risk properly. You don't really hear many people on YouTube talk about it because they don't actually know how to manage risk the correct and professional way. Your stop loss is not based on a percentage. You don't just say, okay, I'm going to risk 3%. I'm going to risk 4% every trade. No. Your stop loss needs to be where the chart pattern is telling you it needs to be. So when you are entering a trade, Ali, and you're seeing a setup, there's going to be a level in that setup that if the stock breaks below, the setup no longer exist. The setup is said to have broken down. And that setup is broken down, you don't want to be in the trade anymore. Okay. So your stop loss needs to be below whatever that level is. Now, that level could be 2% away, it could be 1% away, it could be 5% away, it could be 10% away, right? Doesn't matter what the percentage is. I could enter Apple and risk 1%, and then I can enter GLSI and risk 10%, and then I can enter SLS and risk 8%, and then I can enter IMMP and risk 5%, and then I can enter NIO and risk 3%. But and then I can enter a SPY option and risk 30%. But all of those trades, I can still risk the same dollar amount by adjusting my position size. So you want to set your stop loss based on where it belongs on the chart setup, and then you adjust your position size to account for that. So if you only want to risk $100 per trade, you don't just buy, okay, $2,000 worth of stock and set a 5% stop loss on every trade. That is not the way to trade. You will never be consistently profitable if that is the way that you are trading, and you will forever get stopped out of trades, and the stock will then continue higher without you. And you're going to say, Mike, I always get stopped out and the stock continues higher without me. What am I doing wrong? This is literally what you are doing wrong, because that particular trade, maybe 5% risk on your stop loss, was above the support level. So you're getting stopped out. Meanwhile, people like me are buying the stock. You are stopping out into me because that's the support level, and I'm buying at the support level, and you're stopping out at the support level because you're not recognizing that your stop loss, where your stop loss actually needs to be. We are going to talk about this later on the live stream, because one of the lessons on my SLS trade today, which was the home run trade in the afternoon, was about stop loss placement. And there's a lot of traders that I promise you on this live stream right now, there's a lot of you that if you made the exact same trade that I made today in SLS, I guarantee you probably 60 to 70% of you would have stopped out on that trade. And I'm going to show you where, and I'm going to show you why. Okay. And then we're going to go over why my stop loss was where it was, why that's where my stop loss needed to be. And that's how I was able to stay in the trade and catch a 26% rip that brought me well back onto green on the day. Okay, so Ali, your stop loss goes where it belongs based on the chart pattern, and then you adjust your position size accordingly. Okay, you don't just randomly select a percentage. All right. Congrats to everyone on SLS. However, I'm working on having smaller losses, so I bailed at my stop loss. No problem. My sticking to the plan was a big win to me. Marva, great way to think about it. Great way to think about it. Really great way to think about it. There's just because you have a losing trade does not mean it was a bad trade. Okay. Just because you had a losing trade does not mean it was a bad trade. A good trade is if you identify a high probability setup, you stick to your game plan. Okay. That's a good trade. Okay. Just make sure, go back and review your trade, Marva. Make sure that your stop loss was in the correct place. Okay. Make sure your stop loss was in the correct place. See maybe what you could have done differently on the trade, but that's a good mentality. It's a good way to have. All right. All right, guys. Listen, we've got 1,000 people right now that are watching us live. Let's just take a quick little pause right here. I'm not taking another question. I'm not going to move forward. I'm not going to go over a single lesson until we get to 500 likes. Everybody right here, right now, if you have not done so already, smash that like button for me. Show me how much you guys appreciate the time I spend answering all of your questions. Smash that like button, guys. I want to get us up to 500 likes. Let's go. Smash away. Ooh, spilled my water. Smash away, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, turn that like button blue. Exactly. Almost, guys. About 50 more to go. About 50 more to go. Ah, don't spill your hookah. I actually broke my hookah. I need a new one. There you go, guys. That could be my Christmas gift. New hookah. Guys, let's go. Smash that like button. All right, here we go. Come on. We got 10 more. Let's go. 10 more. 7. And there we go. 500. Let's go. There it is, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. And YouTube username of the year award goes to Elon Musk's cat. Hey, Mike, does experience allow you to be able to trade your way out of a trade gone bad instead of taking a loss? I know Wolf talks about doing this, but I've heard you say just to stop out. Okay. As a new or inexperienced trader, just stop out of your position every time. Get out of the trade. As an experienced trader, there are times where you can trade yourself out of a losing trade. I have done it. It involves averaging down on a position, which is something that if you are an experienced trader, we can discuss. Okay. I do not ever recommend that an inexperienced trader ever averages down on a position, because averaging down requires a different level of risk management that typically inexperienced traders do not yet have. And there's a big difference between averaging down on a setup that's still intact when you can get a better price, and averaging and buying more of a losing trade that you should be stopping out of. And again, typically inexperienced traders do not or have a little bit of a harder time making that distinction. Okay. So the Wolf is a very experienced trader. So yes, he will average down sometimes and get himself out of a losing trade or limit the damage on a losing trade. I have also done the same. It's just not something that I teach openly to everyone because I don't want inexperienced traders to do it because they can actually end up really, really hurting themselves by averaging down. And it's something that I think only once you become consistently profitable and you have experience that we can then talk about when there are situations when you can average down. Ariel, I'm a broker at Schwab and know all the things there are to know about trading. I haven't had the balls to trade though. How can I just begin to day trade little by little? I'm not sure what kind of restrictions you're under being a broker at Schwab. I would definitely check with them. I'm not sure if they restrict you from actively trading on your own if you're a broker with Schwab. So you might need to check with that what restrictions, if any, that you have. But the best way for you to get started trading little by little, I mean, you already have, a lot of knowledge and experience as a trader. I mean, this will be something that I think you could probably pick up pretty easily and is right. I mean, you do it for a living already, just being a broker. Now you're just really going to be able to identify different setups with different technical analysis with your already broader understanding of market environments. I mean, I think this is something that can be right up your alley. I would just check with Charles Schwab just to make sure you don't have any limitations or restrictions. But, you just want to open up an account, and just start going at it. You already have an education. I mean, it's already your profession. I would say to spruce that education up, with the professional active trading education, that's what I have. Like I got my education working at a hedge fund where we were a very active fund. And that's what I implement my trading now today. So something like that coupled with your broad market understandings could be the perfect storm. Nice. Slow-mo burst. Your very first day made $400. Very nice. Congratulations. Very nice. Congratulations. All right, guys. Real quick, the last couple of minutes here of our Q&A. Let's do a quick little roll call of how many we have here that are brand new to trading. How many of you on the live stream right now are brand new to trading? Type the number 1 in chat right now if you guys are brand new. All right, Kareem, Michael, Chef Daddy, damn you, man. Daryl, Tony, Tapwater, Janice, Tim, Kevin, let's go. Thigh, 90, Nuke, Justin, JJ, Madmine, Charlie, Rich, Richard, Ehrlich, Kishore, Janadex, Zach, Stez, One Action Photo, Parwez, Mark, Fred Flint, Willie Bernhardt, Ernest, Sherry, J Dub, Javon Jenkins, J Dub again, Joshua. Come on, Lance. Come on, man. Kaval, Salida, Allen 71, Samina, Brian Napier, M Power. Nice. M Power. I used to have an M6. I missed that car. Gus Villamil, Nor, Yo-Yo. Wow, Ken G. All right, guys, we have a lot of newbies in here, man. Shaw Marshall. Come on, Smiley. I see all my TGD fam. I see you guys. All right, guys, listen up. For those of you that are brand new, for those of you that typed the number 1, for those of you that typed the number 1 in chat, I want to know, what are your goals with trading? Like, you guys are on this live stream. You guys are interested in learning how to trade. Obviously, you're asking a bunch of questions. What are your goals? And I'm at, like, seriously comment. Like, what are your goals? And we're like, your goals and your expectations. Make money, trade full time. Freedom. Yes, Asha. Amen to that. Survival. Okay. Kick my boss to the curb. Ayo. Pay off my Amazon bill. Retirement. Tell the boss to go screw. Income, retirement, freedom. Quit your job. Learn how to trade. Early retirement, extra income. Be financially independent. Freedom. Guys, I got a better life for my family. These are beautiful things. To be like Mike. Oh man, there's a lot of comments in there, guys. I'm just reading. So some of them I'm not going to repeat. Some of them actually seemed pretty personal, so I'm actually not going to repeat it. Yeah, guys, listen. Especially with kind of everything that has gone on this year, it's like I got to tell you guys, like I think back. And I kind of like reflect on everything that's kind of happened this year in 2020. And I really think about like just truly honestly, like how blessed that I am to have the skill set that I have and to be in the position that I am to where, I haven't missed a beat in 2020. I'm actually making more money this year than we did last year. And it's, I'm very blessed and lucky to be in that position. And when I think about, what it means to become a consistently profitable trader. And I think about what having that freedom to be financially independent and not rely on somebody else or some other job or a boss or some other company for a salaried income job. When I think about that, I just go back to like how lucky I am to have the mentor that I had that taught me everything that it is that I implement in my trading. And, to see some of the hardships that a lot of people and a lot of my THD family members, to see the hardships that some of them have gone through between losing their job, losing loved ones, losing their businesses. Some people have had a really, really, really rough year. And, nothing has really stood out to me, at least more than this year, about the importance of what it really means to be financially free and to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And guys, when I tell you that, becoming a consistently profitable trader, yeah, it's everyone was always like, oh yeah, like, make money, double my account. Like I want to buy a car, a house. Like, yeah, all those things are cool. And I want to buy nice watches, and those things are all cool. But what's a lot cooler is waking up every single day and working for yourself. Being able to trade from anywhere in the world as long as you have internet, and to be able to say, okay, you know what? If the government shut down my business, screw you. I'm going to go make money in the market. If my employer furloughed me or lays me off, okay, screw you. I'm going to go make money in the market. Having that ability is priceless. And you've seen it a lot this year specifically. You've seen, I can't tell you how many THD members that we have that were in really bad positions because of everything that happened this year. Really bad positions, really bad financial positions. And if it wasn't for trading, who knows, where they would be right now. And I think of the same thing. Like when I, wasn't with the fund anymore, it's like, if I didn't have this skill set, I don't know where my life would have gone. I don't know the direction my life would have gone down. And I think of like a lot of my THD family members, if they didn't have this ability to make money trading, they don't know what direction their lives would have went down. They don't know what position they would be in today financially. So it's never been more evident and prevalent, the importance of standing on your own 2 feet and being financially free. And that's what becoming a consistently profitable trader can do for you. And guys, it all starts with a professional education. This is not something you're just going to wake up one day and become a millionaire trader. It's no different than acquiring any other skill. If you were going to acquire any other skill in the world, you would get an education first before you did it, right? You would get some type of training. When you start a new job, they go through training. They give you like a 2-week training before you actually start your job. You can go work at Starbucks as a barista. They're going to put you through a training program. Okay. So just like anything else, when you guys go and you start to become a trader, you have to get an education. You have to get a training. That's where it all starts. All right, guys. Let's see. All right. So, all right, guys. So listen. So yeah. All right. So there's a couple of people that are already asking about this. So what I'll do, I'm going to start that education right now. Okay. That we just talked about. Because I have a lot that I want to go over with you on tonight's live stream, keeping losses small, the mental lessons on how to go from red to green, and then the lesson on stop loss placement with regards to my winning trade on SS. Okay, these are all very big, important factors, important lessons that we can take away from the day. That's going to be our main focus of the live. Before I get into the lessons, I want to just let all you guys know that type that number 1 in chat. And for those of you that are new to trading, we do have a 7-day trial. For those of you that are interested, that want to join the True Trading Group family for 7 days and give it a shot, you guys can go to ttgthree.com. It gets you access to our membership, our member dashboard for 7 days. You can see the resources and tools available to you as a full-time member. You are going to be able to use our stock profile tool, which allows you to type in any ticker symbol you're interested in and get a downloadable PDF report that gets you general information on a company, SEC filings, insider transactions, analyst ratings. That helps you guys make your trading and investment decisions. You're also going to get access to 3 sample courses that are included with your trial that I wrote specifically for this membership program, this trial program. There are 3 courses. They're a sample from what you would get as a full member in the THD curriculum, but they're guaranteed to make you guys a better trader. These courses alone are probably worth a few $100, and they're included with your trial for just $3. I guarantee you guys, these courses alone will help you become a better trader. I guarantee it. You're also going to get our daily watch list, which is the list of stocks we're watching every single day, why we're watching them, and how we plan on profiting, where we're buying, where we're selling. And then last but not least, you will actually get access to our chat room for 3 days to come and chat and trade with me live. Okay, you guys see my screen, you see the other moderator's screen, me and the other moderators, we are on the microphone live talking to you throughout the day, telling you what we see, telling you what we're doing. I tell you guys where I'm buying, where I'm selling. I tell you guys what I'm doing all before I do it. James Saltore, Mike, I want to thank you. I'm a barber in Cali, and I was worried about providing for my family because of the shutdowns, because of the community and education. Oh, because of community and education, you've removed that fear. I joined 1 month ago, and I doubled my small account. Oh, hell yeah, James. Hell yeah, James. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about, guys. That is why I do what I do. Nothing pisses me off more than when I get some asshole on social media say, "Oh, Mike, if you're such a good trader, why do you do True Trading Group?" That's why, asshole. That's why. It's people like James Saltore. Those are the people. That's why I do True Trading Group. And that is what it means to become a consistently profitable trader. Because when you have stuff like this that's going on around the world and people are really struggling and people are really suffering and people are losing their income overnight, to be able to help somebody stand on their own 2 feet and provide for their family, that's why. That's what becoming a consistently profitable trader is all about. That's why we do what we do here. Hell yeah, James. Oh, hell, oh, man. I'm sorry, guys. I get emotional. Sorry. In case you guys can't tell, I get emotional. Back to that 7-day trial, guys. Go to ttgthree.com. It's just a one-time payment of $3. Guys, you'll be able to get, like I said, you'll be able to come and chat, trade with me live. You guys, you hear me on the microphone. You also get real-time push notifications whenever we enter and exit a trade. So come in, guys. Come and chat. It's 7 days. That's it. And then it just expires. It's not a reoccurring charge. You could upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial if you want, but you don't have to. You're under no obligation to do so. You can just let it expire. Nothing happens. That's it. It'll just expire. You don't get charged $3 again. It's a one-time payment. Okay. So for that, go to ttgthree.com for that 7-day trial. All right, guys. All right, so now we're going to get into the lessons now on the day. Before I do, guys, if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. We got about 1,000 people that are still live with us right now before I get into the lessons, because now I'm about to dive in. Okay, now I'm about to dive in. We're going to go over, we're going to recap the trades on the day. I'm going to go over with you guys the losing trades first. We're going to go right in order, okay, because I had a couple of losing trades in the morning, and then I had a home run trade in the afternoon, okay? So first, we're going to talk about the losing trades. Then we're going to talk about the mental lessons on how to go from red to green. And then we're going to talk about proper stop loss placement on the one home run trade, which was the SLS squeeze late in the day. Okay, so let's dive in, guys. Let's get down to it. Let's go. We'll go to the charts. We're going to go to my very first trade of the day, which was IMMP. Okay, so we're going to go to my very first trade of the day, and this is a question that actually somebody had asked me earlier about the double bottom gap up. So we had a potential double bottom gap up here on IMMP, which is where you have the initial running low, the stock pushes higher, we then pull ourselves back in on decreasing volume. So we pull back in on decreasing volume, and then we stick that low. We stuck that low. The trade line was coming up underneath, and right in here, okay, I said to everybody that I was going to get long a tier 1 position. I'm going to add tier 2 if we can really get up and extend over VWAP. We had clear, obviously, resistance at the high of the day around $8, $7.90. So what I'm doing here is I'm entering tier 1. Now, the significance of the tier 1 entry here is because when you think you see a particular setup, but you're not quite sure yet, meaning you don't have confirmation of that setup, you can take a tier 1 position. Tier 1 is just 25% of your desired size. So if a full-size position for you on this trade would have been 1,000 shares, tier 1 would be only 250. Okay. The idea here with the tier 1 is that you stay in tier 1 until you get confirmation that the reason why you entered tier 1 is in fact true. Okay. So I thought we had a possibility of getting a double bottom gap up. What would have confirmed the double bottom gap up would have been a high volume break above VWAP, and then the trade line VWAP cross to take us up to new highs. That never came. Okay, so I stay in tier 1. I entered a tier 1 position at $7.22. Okay, $7.22 was my tier 1 entry. Okay, and you can see we never got up and over VWAP with the increase in volume. Okay, the trade line and VWAP cross never came, but mainly I never got the increase in volume over VWAP. And that's what I was waiting for. That would have been my confirmation that this double bottom gap up was in play, because we would have popped our head up over VWAP like this. Okay, but it would have come with an increase in volume. That never came. That would have confirmed the double bottom gap up, and then you look for the stock to continue its way higher. Okay, but that move over VWAP never came. I never got that increase in volume. So I stayed tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, bang. Then the stock breaks down. We actually break through the low of the day, and I exit my tier 1 position at $6.57. Okay, but this is a very small loss because I'm only in tier 1. I'm only in 25% of my desired size. So this is a lesson on how you guys can keep losing trades small. You can stay in a tier 1 position until you get confirmation that the reason why you entered tier 1 is in fact correct. You have to just ask yourself, what would I need to see happen in order for me to have confirmation on the double bottom gap up? The confirmation would have been a high volume break over VWAP, and then I would have added tier 2 right here, and then you would have looked for VWAP to start to act as support. Okay, we sit here, and then bang, you get your move to new highs. And that's what would have happened, okay, if I had my confirmation and I would have added to the position, I would have been able to catch that move. But that's not what happened. So we enter the tier 1. I never get to tier 2. I stop out of the tier 1 position. Very small loss. Okay, so we start the day with a very small loss. Then we move on to my second trade of the day, which was ANIX. Now, ANIX actually kind of frustrated me a little bit because I didn't get my first initial entry. I really wanted ANIX. I'll zoom in a little bit further just so you guys can see. I really wanted ANIX long right here. I really wanted it long right here, but I was on the microphone. I was talking to people in chat. This is a really nice looking entry point. We had 38.2 fib level. We had our trade line indicator coming up here. This is a nice little entry point. You had decreasing volume on the pullback as opposed to increasing volume on the move higher. And then you got again increasing volume on this move higher. You could have got in this position there. You could have got in this position here. You could have got in this position here. I mean, all of this would have been a real nice entry opportunity. The stock just explodes. So I missed this first entry point, but the stock still looked really, really nice, in my opinion. Okay, we looked really, really nice. We broke through the highs. Let me just move this over so you guys can see in real time what this looked like. Once we broke through that initial morning high, this was your initial morning high. Okay, there it is. We broke through that with the heaviest volume of the day. You see this strong increase in volume? That's the heaviest volume of the day, which means that there's the higher the volume through this break, the greater the chance that this initial morning high becomes support. So once I draw out my Fibonacci retracement levels, okay, on that new high, forget about this candle. This candle didn't happen yet. Forget about this candle. Okay, that's why my Fibonacci level is right at this high of the day, because that was the high of the day at the time I drew my fibs. And then what do we notice? We noticed heaviest volume of the day on that break through the high. Okay, so now we know that the previous high of the day, there's a greater chance that that high becomes support if we just broke through the high on the heaviest volume of the day. So that also lines up with the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level right to the penny. Then you also have your trade line and view up indicators sitting there as well. This is a beautiful entry opportunity. And on this pullback, I got long ANIX. I got long right there, long at $4.45. Okay, long at $4.45. We push right off that level. We break through. We actually make new highs, and I start peeling a piece of profit off the table right there at 509. Okay, at 509, my first piece of profit comes off the table on ANIX, and then we have resistance at 550 on the daily chart. We had resistance at 550 on the daily chart. So I was trying to sell the bulk of my position right there at $5.42. $5.42 was my offer. We got to $5.40. We got to $5.40. I missed selling the bulk of my position there by 2 pennies. By 2 pennies. I was so pissed. And the stock rolls over and then breaks back down. And then when we break back down, I stop out of this position when we broke below that prior high, which was my exit of $4.14. Okay, $4.14 was my exit. Okay, I was giving it back to that prior high. We did not hold support, and the stock just completely died after that. Completely died. Now, if I got this fill, this would be a totally different conversation. It would have been a winning trade, but instead it's a losing trade. However, I was able to take a piece of my position off the table at 509 from the 445 entry. Now, it was just a piece of my position. It was 25% of my position. I actually deviated back to 25, 50, 25 on my take profit tiers after yesterday. Prior to that, I shifted to 50, 25, 25. That would have helped me on this, but I was 25, 50, 25. So regardless, I was able to take a piece of my position off the table. So when I did get stopped out, I'm getting stopped out on not my full position size, but rather 75% of my position size. And some of that loss is offset by the profit that I was able to lock in there at 509. So instead of me losing a full position, I'm losing partial. These are all things that are important. This is why you take that first piece of profit off, to make sure, okay, that you are able to offset risk on the back of your position. So this is the tier trading method. So the way that I teach all of my members okay, the tier trading method is you identify 3 profit targets when you enter a trade. Now, in my situation with this trade specifically, my first take profit was the high of the day, which at the time was $5. That's why my first take profit, it went right through 5. So it went right through 5, and I was able to get some off at 509 from my 445 entry. My second take profit target was in front of 550 because 550 was an area of resistance on the daily chart. And my third take profit target would have been if we broke through 550, I would have been selling my last piece up over 6. Okay, so those were my profit targets right here. These are my 1, 2, and 3 profit targets. So the way that I teach everybody is that when you get to profit target 1, you sell 25%. You get to profit target 2, you sell 50%. When you get to profit target 3, you sell the other 25%. Now, that saved my ass on this ANIX trade because that offsets some of this loss. It's still a red trade, but there's a big difference between getting stopped out on 100% of your position with no profit and getting stopped out on 75% of your position with a piece of profit on the 25% to offset some of that loss. These are all things between the first trade I showed you with going tier 1 on the entry. That's how you can keep losing trades small. And then with this trade, I went full size on my entry, but by taking that first profit off at profit target 1, you're able to offset some of the loss. Another way for you to keep your losing trades small. Okay, so I just showed you 2 different ways on how to keep losing trades small. Now, in all fairness, if I got my fill at 542, I missed it by 2 cents. If I got my fill, this wouldn't be a losing trade. This would be actually a really big trade because I would have made $1 a share on the bulk of my position. Okay, so this would have ended up being actually a really good trade if my order was 2 cents lower. But nonetheless, listen, shit happens. It's life. I did not get the fill. It was a losing trade. But this is how you can keep losing trades small by doing those 2 things. Okay. So now we're going to go over to my true loss. This was a true loss. Okay. Where I actually took a full loss on my full position. And it was actually on SLS. SLS broke over VWAP after having clear resistance at VWAP in the morning. We broke through VWAP with heaviest volume of the day. So I'm saying to myself, okay, we broke through VWAP, heaviest volume of the day. We ran up to test the initial morning high. Okay, here's your initial morning high. You can see we ran up to test that initial morning high. And I'm saying on that little pullback, I went ahead and I got long looking for us to break through that high of the day. Okay, I'm looking for us to now break through that high of the day, but we did not. That high of the day held and the stock rolled back over and broke down below VWAP, and I stopped out of my position right there at 817. I sold some and then at $8. All right, so I'm long at 867. So there's the entry at 867. And then I sold some at 817, and then I stopped out full position at $8. So there were my two exits. Now this was a full loss. This was a full position loss. Okay, full position loss on SLS. All right. So now let me actually go back full screen. I'll talk to you guys real quick briefly. Okay. Now let's woosah, right? Let's talk about this now. Okay, because now we just went over the 3 trades that I started the day with. Now I'm red. Okay, 2 small losses. We went over the lessons on how to keep those losing trades small, right? Then 1 full loss. So I'm red. I'm red on the day, right? Now, let's talk about mental lesson on how to go from red to green. Okay, mental lesson on how to go red from green. When you guys start the day red, okay, it is very, very important that you do not try to chase your red day. And don't put the pressure on yourself to feel like you have to make back what you lost on the day. Don't think of trading as as today is my P&L and that's my own, that's it. This is my P&L for the day and that's all that matters. You got to think about your P&L over the long haul. So if you start the day red, you're not trying to chase back what you lost. You're just still trading. You're just still trading. You're not saying, oh man, I'm down this much money in the morning. I got to make that money back today. No, don't think that way. That is what I call chasing a red day. Okay, you're chasing a red day. You want to make sure that you are able to stay disciplined, wait for grade A setups, because when you chase a red day, you tend to get sucked into lower quality setups because you feel like you have to make back what you just lost, rather than just waiting for a grade A setup. Okay. Also, something else that I want to mention is that for those of you that, somebody asked me before about max loss on a day. For those of you that are curious on maybe what a max loss for you can be on a day, whatever you're willing to risk per trade, multiply that times 3. Okay. So if you take 3 full losses on a day, cut it. Get yourself out of there. Cut it. Okay. Get yourself out of there. All right. So let's say if you risk $200 per trade and you find yourself 0 for 3 and you're down $600, get out of there. Call it. You're done for the day. Okay. You're done for the day. But you could find yourself with 3 losses. Maybe one's a tier 1, maybe another one's a tier 1, maybe another one is you got a piece of profit off, and maybe you find yourself only down $350. And then one winning trade brings you all the way back to green, which is exactly what happened to me today. Okay. That's exactly what happened to me today. All right. So some important things to consider and some important things to think about when you guys are sitting red on the day. No, I did not trade AYTU. Okay. So important things for you guys to think about when you are going through the mental tug of war of being red on the day. Okay. Now, let's get into the last trade of the day, which is SLS. And this was the big winner. This was the home run. Let's go back to the charts. Okay, so here we have SLS during lunchtime experiences a massive short squeeze. Okay, during lunchtime, SLS experiences a massive short squeeze. Okay, what you will notice is the stock breaks through the high of the day with what? With what, guys? The heaviest volume of the entire day. Okay, so I'll zoom this over just so you can see things a little bit better. We break through the high of the day with the heaviest volume of the entire day. Okay, heaviest volume of the entire day. When we draw out our Fibonacci retracement level, what else do you guys see here? That initial morning high lines up with the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, and we get a low volume pullback back down into, okay, that previous high. And then we get kind of a little mini TT triangle here, and then the stock explodes to new highs on yet again, heaviest volume of the day. This volume action right here starts to tell me that we might be at the beginning of a squeeze. Okay. So again, I don't trust lunchtime breakouts unless they are accompanied with the heaviest volume of the entire day. Now, oddly enough, I did not trade this entire first squeeze. Okay. You guys see what this stock ends up doing. Absolutely explodes. Look at what this stock ends up doing. Absolutely goes haywire. Look at the volume that starts to come in on this stock. I did not trade that entire move. I did not catch this entire move. Okay. But what does this now tell me? This tells me, look at how the volume is increasing as the stock moves higher. This tells me this stock is in a full-blown short squeeze. Okay. Full-blown short squeeze. After the day we had yesterday on GLSI, I'm thinking this thing's got more room to run. The stock was quiet as all hell all morning. All morning, the stock was quiet as hell. Then all of a sudden at lunchtime, it explodes. When you have a stock that explodes like that during lunchtime, that was quiet during the morning, I think there's a chance that you get another push in the afternoon, and that's exactly what I positioned myself for. Okay, I caught that move. Okay, this is the move that I caught. Okay, I caught all of that. All right, and that move brought me all the way back to green on the day. All right, but let's talk about the entry and the stop loss, because this is the key to this trade. Now, 1450 was a major level for this stock. Okay, let's draw a line across 1450. Let me actually delete everything else. Let's go to the daily chart. Why is 1450 a key level for us? Well, as we pan this over, you will notice that that was this previous pivot high in July of 2019. Okay, that was resistance in this gap. So you see this big gap down we had in June. Notice how this little pivot resistance point was here in July. That's why if we got above that, I said that the stock should go and finally close this gap. That puts you right at a gap fill, puts you at $19. Okay, $19 gives you a complete gap fill. So I'm saying if we can get through 1450, we can go to 19. Okay, that's why 1450 is a key level. Now, let me go back to the intraday chart as I leave that 1450 line on your screen. Now, what most traders are going to do in this scenario is they're going to see a low volume pullback, right? I'm going to draw my Fibonacci retracement levels out here. And what you start to see here is your 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level lines up with the trade line, which also lines up with that 1450 level on the daily. And you're getting decreasing volume on that pullback after getting the increasing volume on this move. What I did in here was I'm saying to myself, okay, guys, I think this stock is going to squeeze higher in the afternoon. I don't think this short squeeze is done. I think this stock still has momentum based on the volume that we had on that squeeze, based on the, the short squeeze we had yesterday in GLSI. I think the stock's going to have more room to squeeze. We're over 1450, so I think we can get up to 19 and fill that gap. That was the game plan. Okay, I told everybody in chat that I think the stock can get to 19. Did I or did I not? I'll let all my TeachD members in chat say that, guys, I told you guys in chat that I thought we can get to 19 to 20. I thought we can close that gap. And I came in here and I got long. Okay. Now let me show you the exact entry point. 1481 at 113, right there. There's my entry at $14.81 on this pullback into this support level. Now, this is where stop loss placement comes into play. Understanding the volatility of the stock that I'm trading. This is an extremely high volatile stock. Understanding my risk reward and understanding where my support levels are. I said to everybody that my stop loss is going to be at $13. Why $13? Because what do we know? This was the previous high. We broke through that previous high with what? Heaviest volume of the entire day. Okay. Heaviest volume of the entire day came in when we broke through that previous high. That previous high also lines up with the 38.2 Fibonacci level. I could have said, I'm going to set my stop loss just below 1450. I could have did that. But this is an extremely high volatile stock. Guys, this stock just went from $7 to $17. An extremely high volatile stock. So I tell everybody in chat, I go, guys, understand that if you're buying this pullback, look at the move this stock just made. Okay? You have to understand when a stock makes a move this big, that it may have a little bit more of a pullback than just this 23.6 fib level. This is a huge move without any real pullback. When you look at the grand scheme of things, there really isn't a pullback in here. There's these little micro, tiny little like, and then it just goes. But you didn't have a real pullback. So I'm thinking this stock is so volatile. If I'm right, it's going to go to $19, $20. So I can get it at $14.80 and risk to 13 because I'll risk $1.80 to potentially make $5 or $6. So I told everybody in chat, and again, everyone that's on this live that was in chat, you guys can confirm what I'm saying. I told everybody, guys, understand where your stop loss needs to be on this trade. My stop loss is 13. Adjust your position size so you can handle a pullback to 13. This is where position size becomes very important, because if this stock gets to 1375, you can't panic if your stop loss is 13. If when this stock got to 1375, 1350, if you were panicking, you had too much position size. And it's that simple. You had too much position size if you were panicking when the stock pulled back in, because what ends up happening, stock did exactly what I said it could, and it broke through 1450. Now, inexperienced traders are going to stop out of this position here, either here or here. Either way, they have stopped out of this position. They've taken a loss. I'm still in it. And the reason why I'm still in it is because of this $13 support level, which is the prior high, where we broke through it on the heaviest volume of the day, and I got my 38.2 Fibonacci level sitting there. So we break down, we come down, and what do? It holds. We don't even get down and test 13. It holds again. Do you see where having proper stop loss placement and proper position sizing is absolutely crucial? Is absolutely crucial, because now I'm sitting in this trade. I'm in this trade now over an hour. Over an hour. I'm just sitting in this trade. Have not gotten stopped out. We come out of lunchtime and you get bang. You get this explosive move, and I just start peeling profits off the table, guys. Okay, peeling profits off the table as the stock extends right up to where, what do we say our profit target was to fill the gap. And the gap was what? Let's go back to the daily chart. Let's zoom all the way over. Let's go back and look at it. What's the gap fill? The gap fill is $19 on the button. We draw that line across $19. Okay, and there it is. There's your test of the $19 level where we close and fill that gap. And I just took profits off right up into that move, right up to 19. And I held down to one less piece and I sold out. So there's my 4 take profit. So there's the entry at 1481. I then took profits off at 1597, 1756, 1873, and 1707. And there's the take profits. But it all goes back to proper stop loss placement and proper position sizing on that trade, because I'm saying, okay, if I'm long at 1481, if my stop loss is 13, what position size do I need to have in order for me to only be losing the dollar amount that I'm comfortable losing per trade? Okay. And that is how I just went back and became green on the day. Nice, Ronster. Just joined last week and made my membership, and some thanks. Way to go, Ronster. In just 1 week, already made back their membership fee. Way to go, man. Really nice job. All right. So guys, this is what I'm talking about. You know, trading is not just, there's so much more to trading than just, I think the stock's going to go up. So much more to that. Proper position sizing, proper stop loss placement, proper take profits. This is how you guys can stay in these trades longer, stop getting stopped out of winning trades, and actually be able to capitalize. And that's how I was able to go from red to green on the day. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of education kind of jam-packed right into the middle of this live stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a night that's a lot of lessons there to unpack. All right. So real quick, guys, I want to see how many of our viewers right now that are on this live, how many of you are not members of True Trading Group? Go ahead and type the letters TTG in chat right now if you are not a member of True Trading Group. All right, Bubba, Nathaniel, Anthony, Damon, Jacob, Trevor Tan, Ulrich, BBS, Preston, Kawana, McCall, Sayad, Sack, Toby, Steve, Carlos, Stella, Diane, Fig, 90, Adam, Bashir, Fortune Gold, Naveen, Mustafa, Tony, Anthony, Lance, Rich, none of yours, Joseph, Vinod Kumar, Shaw, Piotr, Bass Boost, Monica, Akison, Gary, Rich, Verna, Eric, Cartman, Daniel, James, Buddha, Jimmy Deshay, what's up, my man? Josh Worth, Toll Inside. Nice. Faye Silver just joined the trial. Very nice. Nice, 90. Just joined the trial. Very nice. Very, very nice. Guys, awesome. Beautiful. Valerie, happy for life. Cool, guys. Awesome. All right, guys, listen up. I have something really important to share with you all. I made a major announcement yesterday. And it's so major that I'm going to say it again for those of you that maybe missed my last night. But this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all hell's going to break loose. Now I'm like, okay. No, yes, it really is going to break loose. So why? I am raffling off. Okay. It has been such an amazing week, and it's the holiday season. Okay. We are raffling off a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. Okay. One lucky True Trading Group winner this Sunday on the live stream. We're going to be doing it right here on YouTube live. Okay. One lucky TTG member is going to win either a brand new Tesla, or if they don't want the Tesla, they can choose $30,000 cash. Now, what we do in True Trading Group is every time that we get 300 new members, we raffle off a Tesla and 30 grand. We have fulfilled that slot of 300 members. So that's why I'm giving away the Tesla. Now, because it's been such an amazing week and because it's the holiday season, I'm actually going to extend one more night, which means anyone that joins True Trading Group tonight by midnight, which means you have 2 hours left. If you sign up within the next 2 hours as a full-time member, not a trial member, okay? If you are a full-time member by midnight tonight, you will also be included in the Tesla giveaway or the $30,000 raffle. Okay. Again, this is Sunday at 8:30 p.m. We're going to be doing the raffle. Anyone that signs up tonight by midnight will be included in that raffle with a chance to win either a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. All you need to do is be a member of True Trading Group, a full-time member of True Trading Group, not a trial. I already told you guys about that trial membership. Let me explain to you what you are getting with a full-time membership so you know what you're getting in addition to a chance to win a Tesla or 30 grand. What else are you getting with your full-time membership? As a full-time member of True Trading, you are going to be able to enter our daily chat room where I share my screen, the other moderators share their screen. You can actually toggle back and forth between which moderator screen you want to look at. You listen to all of us live on the microphone because myself and the other moderators talk to you live on the mic every day, all day long. Okay. I tell you guys what I'm seeing, what I'm doing. I even tell you guys other trade ideas that I'm not even trading, what I like. Like I'll tell you, hey guys, Zoom video looks like, wow, look at this setup, look for put options. If it can't get back above this, I think we go lower. Guys, the SPY, watch this level. Even if I'm not trading it, I tell you exactly what I'm seeing and what I think is going to happen throughout the day. And then when I'm entering a trade, I tell you exactly where I'm entering before I actually do it. Okay, very easy to follow along with my trades in chat because I tell you where I'm buying before I actually buy. I tell you where I'm selling before I actually sell. And you get a push notification when my trade actually executes in chat. You will also be able to use our Benzinga Pro newsfeed, which is a service that's connected right to our chat room that gets you real-time breaking up to the second news alerts in chat. I do not use a third-party service provider. Everybody asks me, Mike, where do you get your news from? Right in our chat room because our Benzinga Pro newsfeed is right there in our chat. We also have a Squawk Box feature, which allows you to turn your speakers on, turn on that Squawk Box feature. And if you don't want to read the news headline, someone can will say it. Someone reads it out loud, okay, over the Squawk Box. So if you're like focused in a trade, you can just listen to the news as it comes across the wire. You will also be able to use our mobile app. This is crucial for those of you that work full-time jobs. How many of my TeachD members that are on the live right now, how many of you work a full-time job? Okay, how many of you work a full-time job? Go ahead and comment here in chat if you guys work a full-time job, because I want all of our people here, just type the letter I in chat right now if you work a full-time job. Everyone that is not a member, because somebody asked before, oh, I work a full-time job. I don't know if this is right for me. I don't know if I can do this. Absolutely, you can. Okay. And this mobile app is how you can do it, because even though you're not in front of your computer, you can stay connected to the chat room through your mobile device and be logged into chat, see the screen share, listen to the audio analysis. And whenever a moderator enters or exits the trade, you get a push notification that comes through the mobile app. And none of us are scalpers. We're not in and out of our trades within seconds. Our trades last several minutes, several hours, sometimes several days long. So it's very easy for you to follow along with our trades. And we are currently sporting a 79% win rate in chat, which means 79% of the time that we call out a trade alert in chat, it is a profitable one. Okay, this is everything that you get access to as a member of True Trading Group. That's just the chat room service, which is like 30% of your membership. I told you before, True Trading Group is a platform that gives traders everything they need to become consistently profitable, and that includes our entire curriculum. As a full-time member, you are getting all of our courses, all of them. There are no upsells in True Trading Group. There aren't different levels where like VIP courses are more money. You pay one price, you get access to everything we have, which is our 15-course curriculum. Guys, this is a simplified version of the same information and education that I received working at a hedge fund. You are getting access to that professional education. There are no gimmicks. There are no secret strategies or special patterns. This is not something I figured out in my mother's basement. This is the same education I was taught working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. You are getting that same education when you join True Trading Group and go through that 15-course curriculum. We've got beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology courses, you name it, we've got it. You get access to all of it, every single course. There are no upsells in True Trading Group. You also get all of our resources and tools. We have a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, with real-time level 1 and real-time level 2. Practice implementing what you learn in the courses. Practice implementing it with fake money first before you start trading with real money. Please, I beg of you, if you're a beginner, practice on the simulator first. Prove to yourself you can be profitable before you switch to real money. Then we have a stock screener that allows you to filter through thousands of stocks throughout the day to see what are the hottest stocks and where you should be focusing your attention. We also have a trade ideas scanner that is in our chat room that you guys will be, I'm sorry, is on your dashboard, that you can actually see what stocks are breaking through highs of the day, what stocks have increases in volume, your leading gainers on the day, the trade idea scanner. That is something you also get access to as a member. The stock profile tool I already told you about. That's when you type in the tick, you get that downloadable PDF report with all the analyst ratings. You're also going to get over 90 hours of additional educational video content. Yes, over 90 hours. That is in addition to the courses. The courses come in text and video format. On top of the courses is over 90 hours of educational video content in a video library that is recordings from previous workshops and webinars that myself and the other moderators have conducted over the last several months. Okay, because every month, myself, the other moderators, we do workshops and webinars with our members. Okay. Now, these workshops and webinars are recorded. We covered various trading topics, answered a bunch of questions. Okay. Each workshop had its own topics and lessons. They're recorded in that video library. You have access to that as a full-time member. And as a full-time member, you can start attending these workshops live. Okay. You can interact with the moderator, interact with the members, ask questions. That is how you guys learn. You will also, anyone that signs up tonight with coupon code TTG1220 will get included with their membership a free 1-hour one-on-one mentor session with one of our pro mods where you can review your trading, answer your questions, cover your topics, figure out what mistakes you're making, where we can make changes to get your P&L headed in the right direction. You're also going to be able to use our TradingView Pro charting software. That is included with your membership as well. And all future courses and tools are included. We are the Netflix of trading communities, guys, because if we came out with a brand new course next month, it is automatically included with your membership. Okay. Like Netflix is not going to charge you $20 to watch a new show they come out with. We're not going to charge you money to get access to a new course that we come out with. It is included in your membership. Okay. So guys, basically we are taking the top premium trading tools and products. We bundle them all together as part of your TTD membership. A regular membership to True Trading Group would normally cost you $2,048 for the year. However, tonight with coupon code TTG1220, you can get a 1-year all-inclusive membership for only $1,178. That is a 42% discount. This is our holiday sale. Okay. You can get a 1-year membership for $1,178 right now by midnight. At midnight, the price goes up by a couple bucks. This is our holiday sale. Do not wait till the end of the month thinking you're going to get a better deal. This is the deal. This is the holiday sale. Every 24-hour period, the price goes up by a couple of bucks. And then in January, we're jumping to like $14.97 with included a discount and a coupon code. So take advantage of this discount now. The price will be higher tomorrow, which means that right now on this live with that coupon code is the cheapest price you're going to be able to get access to a 1-year all-inclusive membership to True Trading Group that gets you access to everything that I just explained to you on this live. On top of that, on top of the discount, I'm also going to include a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet to anyone that joins by midnight tonight. That is going to be the perfect tool to keep you connected and trading and learning while you're on the go. If you're at work, you're in a meeting, you're at your kid's soccer game, you're stuck in traffic, you're on the golf course, whatever. That tablet is a gift from us to you. We're also going to cover shipping. Just give us an address and it's yours. That is a free gift that we are giving to you for joining the TGD family here right now by midnight tonight. I don't want you fumbling around on your cell phone trying to place orders. You try to enter 100 shares, you accidentally hit 1,000. I want to give you a nice Amazon Kindle Fire that allows you guys the freedom, okay, and the ability to follow along with what's going on in chat, open up your brokerage account and place your trades and following along. Okay, if you guys sign up within the next 3 to 5 days, okay, you will be getting that Amazon Kindle Fire before Christmas. Okay, so who knows, maybe you want to give it as a gift to somebody. Okay. You can be given it as a gift to somebody, whatever you want to do with it. It's yours, but you guys will get it before Christmas if you sign up within the next 3 to 5 days. Okay. Guys, now also with, aside from the Amazon Kindle Fire, aside from the 42% discount, let me explain to you guys the value that you're actually getting with this coupon code, because those tools and resources I explained to you, like the Benzinga newsfeed and Squawk Box, that would cost you $1,188 for the year if you wanted that new service from Benzinga. That new service is included at no additional fee with your membership when you pay $11.78 tonight. When you pay $11.78 tonight, that's included, right? If you wanted real-time level 1 and real-time level 2, that would cost you $990 for the year. A trade simulator would cost you $750, and TradingView's Pro charting software, if you went to their site tomorrow to sign up for it, would cost you $720. That's $3,648 in additional services and products that are included with your membership when you use coupon code TTG1220 and pay only $11.78. You get all of those resources and tools included. Guys, it is an absolute no-brainer. And if you are still unsure, if you are still on the fence, I'm going to do you guys even one better. I'm going to make you all a deal, because I feel like making a deal. Sign up tonight with that coupon code TTG1220. Go through all of our courses, get an 85 or higher on the quizzes at the end of the courses, do your one-on-one with one of our pro moderators. Do those 3 things. And if you still do not make back the $1,178 that is your membership fee, if you don't make that back at least once throughout the course of your membership, I'm going to give you all of your money back. I will give you a complete refund if you do not make back your membership fee at least once throughout the course of the year, if you do those 3 things. I have just covered your membership cost. I've just guaranteed your membership cost. You now have nothing to lose except the opportunity to become a consistently profitable trader. Guys, use coupon code TTG1220 right now before midnight. Get the money back guarantee, get the free Amazon Kindle Fire, get the 42% discount, and give yourself a chance to win a Tesla or $30,000 this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. All you need to do is be a full-time member of True Trading Group, and your name is automatically entered in that raffle. This Sunday at 8:30 p.m., you will be given a chance. Guys, that's life-changing money for a lot of people. Okay? Tell the people on here that just signed up for trial, they're no longer eligible. He's right. Jason really is right. Guys, listen, if you guys, if you are a trial member, okay, if you're a trial member, you will not be included in that Tesla giveaway or $30,000 or $30,000 giveaway. That is for people that sign up with coupon code TTG1220 right now before midnight. Okay, you have 1 hour and 42 minutes left to sign up to be included in the raffle. Give yourself a chance to win a Tesla. I have so much fun doing this. I cannot wait to raffle off a Tesla for somebody on Sunday. The last time that we did this, a 24-year-old kid actually won. He chose the $30,000 actually over the Tesla. Smart kid. He wanted to take that money and he wanted to invest it, and he wanted to be trading with it rather than win the car. He said, I already have a car. I want the cash. I want to invest it. He's got, you know, his mind's in the right place. But like I said, guys, the choice is yours. Okay. All you have to do is be a full-time member. Use that coupon code TG1220 before the price goes up tomorrow. The price goes up tomorrow, and you will not be included in the Tesla or $30,000 raffle tomorrow. Sign up by midnight tonight and give yourselves a chance to win that, guys. Remember, if you guys are still not ready to join the team full-time, like I said, we do have that 7-day trial if you guys want, but you will not get the Amazon Kindle Fire. You will not get the money back guarantee, and you will not be included in the Tesla giveaway if you sign up for the 7-day trial. And I also can't guarantee you that price of $11.78. Okay. But if you want to go through the trial first, See if True Trading Group is right for you. You can go to ttgthree.com, pay a one-time payment of $3, and trade with us for a couple of days, go through the courses, okay, get used to the dashboard, and you can upgrade to a full membership at any time during that trial, but you're under no obligation to do so. It's not a reoccurring charge. It's a one-time payment of $3. After 7 days, if you don't become a full-time member, it just expires. Okay, so for those of you that are interested in that, go to that URL. It's right there at the bottom of your screen, guys, right there, ttgthree.com. Otherwise, use coupon code TTG1220. Give yourself a chance to win a Tesla, $30,000 cash, get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD, and get that money back guarantee, and get your butts in chat with us tomorrow as we go through and try to finish out the week strong. It's been a phenomenal week in chat. We had a lot of small caps go crazy this week. SLS today, GLSI yesterday. We're going to keep the momentum rolling in tomorrow, and we're going to finish the week off strong because we're going into Sunday, and I feel like Oprah because I'm giving away a Tesla. I'm giving away 30 grand, and hopefully it's one of you that are on this live stream right now. I'll see you guys all Sunday night on the live, and I can't wait because I'm giving away a Tesla, hopefully changing somebody's life. I'll see you guys all on the live stream on Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Set your reminders. Do not forget. Put it in your calendar because I might just be calling your name. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Guys, use coupon code TTG1220 before prices go up tomorrow. I'll see you guys all in chat. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Later, guys.